What's up? Do it, old curmudgeon. What's up there, everybody? Somebody hop in. Because otherwise I'll just be babbling by myself and that'll be boring as crap. Actually, I want to hit up. I wonder if Mr. Riley is around. Because I want to chat with him further on what he was talking about on the stream today. Yvette and Core. Somebody popped in. Then I got sidetracked. Thought I heard somebody pop in. Somebody pop in and then pop out. What's up, Bob? What's up? We got Sergio and Vince and Curmudgeon and Shane and I guess that's it. Jeff. We got a Jeff too. I can swear I heard somebody pop in. Didn't somebody pop in? There we go. We got a curmudgeon. He thinks he's old, but he's really a young pup.
There we go. I just have to cycle my audio connection before I can hear.
You know, if you turn your phone sideways, you'll get horizontal.
Yeah, I know. It's just not as comfortable.
I know. It's not as easy to hold that way. Not that it
well, I mean, everything I do, I tend to hold like this.
Yeah.
So if it's this way, then I can be seen easier.
And it's Sunday night, so I'm having a drink.
Hey, enjoy.
I haven't had a drink in a while, actually. A long while. Because I've been taking all kinds of drugs for my back. That really shouldn't have been taken. But, you know, hey. That is life. So what are you up to? Oh, look at that. We're printing something.
Yeah, I got tired of my shoes sliding down on the shoe rack, so I'm bringing a hanger to keep them from sliding down.
There you go. Oh boy, do I need to add some Coke to that. Wow, that was mostly rum. Little glass. Ooh. Wow. That was like doing a shot. So anyway.
I'll get you going in a hurry.
What's everybody up to? I can get rid of the 5-minute thing because we're actually on it now. It's like 65 degrees in here and I'm sweating. What's up with that? Maybe I've got the dreaded corona. All right, that's all about corona we're going to do tonight. No more talking about it. End of story.
Sack of crap.
Yeah, Pepsi is Coke. It's still a cola.
Look at that. Daylight under the corner.
What filament is that you made your fan duct out of? Looks kind of purple.
Or it's a navy dark blue. Let me see. I might still have it down here somewhere. If I can find it.
Hop in here there, Sergio.
Yeah, I think it's in the back. It's in the back.
Bob and whoever else, Shane, whoever wants to hop in, hop in. We need more people.
I think I'm out of it.
I can drink it. I don't care, Coke or Pepsi. I'll drink the cheap store brand Coke. It's all the same. I've had so many people tell me brand name sodas, and if you do a blind taste test, 90% of the time they can't tell the difference. I can't read it. It just says, or dark blue. Who makes that?
Ethan.
Oh, it's Eastman. I like Eastman.
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot of Eastman over the years. It was always one of those, you know, I get it on Amazon when it was on sale, so it was under $20 a roll. Now I just pretty much buy Jesse because it's just easier. I'm a little upset.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, you're dreaming there, Havoc. You're dreaming, buddy. Anyway, yeah, I just freaking I took some of the money from selling Max Micron and figured I'd buy 3 rolls of Jesse filament because they were having a sale on the transition roll. So it was like $13 for the transition roll. So I'm like, cool. I'll buy a transition roll, and like I got 2 reds. I think I got the mauve and the transparent red PLAs. What color is the transition? Yellow. The one color I have so much of because I never use it. It's one of those, you know, you buy it. I can't tell you. I've gotten Inland, same thing. It's like we don't know, you know, no name color. It's real cheap, like $10. I got a roll of Inland yellow. I got some Maker Geeks yellow still. Because again, you know, it was one of those. You buy it because it's cheap. They don't tell you what color. It's a transition or a bad roll or an under roll. I have another under roll of I think it's IC3D I got of yellow. That was you know, this isn't a full kilo, so we're not selling it full price. It was like $10. You know, I got a bunch of yellow, and I never print yellow, so I have tons of yellow. And we just lost old curmudgeon. He hit the wrong button or touched something on the screen and hung himself up. Remove. He'll be back. So I got buttloads. I've probably got like 6 or 7 rolls of different, you know, yellows that I never use. And of course, I got another roll of yellow. It's transition, so maybe it's a different color at the end, but right at the top, it's yellow. Which is no big deal. I mean, I think it was $13 for the roll, which was perfect. You buy 2 regular rolls and you buy the 3rd roll, and you're over that $50 or $45 free shipping with Dave from Printed Solid. So, you know, private chat. Back in a minute. Nope. Okay. He says he'll be back in a minute. So anyway, somebody else come hang out. Y'all can come jump in now, you hear? So yeah, I got a bunch of yellow filament, which now I got to burn off some. I was hoping it would be like a mystery orange, you know, the mystery orange or something like that transition. I'm assuming he's out of it now, but you'd think he'd be pushing that right now. The orange and black he'd be producing because Halloween. You know, the orange and black must be really popular right now. I would think. I mean, I'm just guessing, but what's up, Dave FL? Is that Dave from Florida? Hey, Bob, or one of you guys, I just thought of this. Isn't Alien streaming pretty soon? Doesn't he start in half an hour or hour or something? I saw FL and I was thinking Florida. Oh, Viking or Alien usually streams on a Sunday night, does this game night. I figured someone would stream by 8 Eastern, real time. On your iPad? Your iPad works. I've done it on my iPad. It works fine. What's up, Viking? Jump in here, Viking. We need another person. Old curmudgeon had to leave. He had some family issue, I guess, or something. I don't know. Yeah. Alien usually does do a Sunday game thing. I know he stopped for a long time when he didn't have internet, but he got back into it, I guess. I figured it'd be an hour I'd stream and then kill it. I haven't streamed in like a week or two since I initiated the stream. But anyway, people hop in, man. Hop in, man. We need people besides me babbling. I actually want to talk to Mr. Chris Riley. I want to actually have a conversation with him instead of trying to type and chat and the delay and everything, because he's having issues with his Core XY machine, which I'm having similar issues. But I was just looking, actually. I don't know if you can see it on this, but will that show it? Well, you can sort of see it on the side. It has the same issue, and this is off a Gen L off the Pumpkin King, the ANET, and it's doing the same thing. So I don't think that has anything to do with anything. Shane, we have a Shane. What's up,
Hello.
Shane?
Hello. That's pretty good. Yourself?
Yeah, it's cocktail hour. I'm doing good.
Yeah. There's some rum here and got my Coke.
All right. Cheers to that. Rum and Coke. I have to wait until you actually get it mixed, and then we'll do a cheers. I put too much rum in it, and then I put too much Coke in it, or Pepsi. Sorry. sorry, Sergio. It's Pepsi.
All right. Got her mixed.
All right. Chink.
Chink.
Chink. Cheers.
Cheers.
I need to add more rum. It's too weak. Yeah, I like real Coke too. Except for it gets you arrested and thrown in jail. Costs a lot of money. I can't afford it. That's real Coke. The rest of it's just cola. The non-soda kind of Coke. Used to be one of my favoriteest things back in college. That was, God, how I have to do the math. That was like 30, 40 years ago. 30 years ago. It's probably been 25 since I've touched any real drugs. It's probably been 20 since I even smoked any real pot.
Damn.
Morphine kind of makes you lose all desire for all the rest of them.
Yeah, that's what I
It
hear.
kind of just makes everything else just seem like a waste of time. You have enough morphine for a year or so, and you're like, yeah, all the rest of that's just a waste. Waste of money. Freaking owls are having a war out there or something, man. I don't know if you guys can hear it through my mic. It was like, who, out in my yard.
Yeah, it's actually pretty dark where you're at. It's not quite dark yet here.
Yeah, well, it's just 7. It's actually dark early.
Yeah.
Kind of bizarre. Less than a month ago, I was flying my quadcopter at 7, catching the sunset. Now it's pitch black out now. The sun is gone. Though we still
it's like quarter after here and it's still light out. So
yeah. Well, you're an hour behind me, right? Where are you at?
I'm in Wisconsin, so I'm Central Time.
Oh, so you're almost 2 hours behind me. Central. No, an hour behind me. Right?
Yeah, because you just said it's about 7, so yeah. That's
anyway. Then you get Bob, who's on that otherworldly time.
other side of the country.
Yeah, it's not a country. The world's flat. People don't realize the world's flat. Sun just goes around. The sun's on a blimp, and it just goes around in a circle. Everyone's on a big flat plate. They put those airplanes up, and you look out the window, and people don't realize it's actually a TV screen, and the round worlders are like projecting it and faking you out. The moon's not really round either. It's just a flat plate. It's fake. It's hung on a string. I just don't get Flatlanders, man. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, how stupid you gotta be.
There was one of those kind of guys that were talking about that. Didn't he? I think he died in like a rocket crash recently.
Yeah.
He was all over the news.
Yeah, he was trying to prove the world was actually flat, not round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Built his own rocket. Yep. I think I heard about that, dude. Yeah, some people just don't too. I just don't. I mean, common sense is just common sense. I mean, anyone who lives in a first world country, U.S., what do we have, 27 or 28 first and second world countries?
Yeah.
You've been on a plane of some sort, even if it's just a little, puddle jumper. You've been in the air in some way, shape, or form. You can tell the Earth is round. You just look out and it's round.
I mean, even climbing up onto a mountain, you can see the curvature of the Earth.
I mean, it's Anyway, enough of that. It's almost like politics.
Yeah.
Why is it? I am like sweating, and it's 69 degrees in here, that's like my perfect 65, 70 degrees is my perfect temperature. I was running around, which is probably why.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. After dinner, I forgot. Normally, I take the garbage down because we have garbage pickup in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We're one of the few areas that still has town paid garbage pickup. It's part of our taxes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. People are fighting it, and I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
It is so cheap because we have it through the town. They figured it out. The actual individual person. Now, we do recycling and garbage. Your regular garbage is on one day, and your recycling, depending on where you're on in town, is the next day.
Yep.
And, there's people bitching about it, like, oh, we're paying so much in our taxes. Do you realize it's like if you up the line, the next town over, they pay like $20 for like a carload of garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Your taxes in a line in my town, the average person is paying like $6 a month for garbage pickup.
Yeah, that's how it is here. So,
what are you bitching about? You can't get it any freaking cheaper.
Yeah,
and we even take it to the dump. It's cost me $50.
Yeah, and we even have the garbage can and the recycling can provided to us. So
yeah, you get one. We had to get two because there's multiple people on the driveway, and we're all, especially recycling. We got a third recycling can, but even they're $80, and they don't charge you anything extra beyond actually purchasing the can. You get one for each free. You get a recycling and a garbage can for every house, and then if you want to buy any extras, they're $80.
Yeah,
and that's it. It's not like you pay extra. Like if we had to pay or it wasn't town paid, you'd get charged per can. So if I put out 2 cans and I was paying a independent, garbage pickup dude, they charge you like $15 or $20 per can. I pay $6 a month for everything, and they pick it up every Monday and every Tuesday, no matter what.
Wow.
There's 3 days a year they don't pick up: Christmas, New Year's, and Labor Day, or 4th of July. Are those the only ones? And if 4th of July is on a weekend, if any of them are on a weekend, they get that Monday off. So you just put everything out on Tuesday. Everything gets bumped back a day. You still get your garbage picked up. And that's it. That's all they do. They take 3 days off.
Last time we had garbage here it was $60.
Dude, you are breaking up really badly. All I can hear is buzzing.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we just lowered
back to the phone and go here to the ear.
Yeah, now you got a wicked delay too. I can hear you better, but
That
it's
ain't
like you
better?
move out and then the sound comes out a minute later.
Still messed up.
no. That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
Cat's reminding me I gotta feed it.
I don't need a bed print down here upstairs where I've got better Wi-Fi.
I don't even think it's the Wi-Fi. I think it's the mic or whatever you're using. It's breaking up. But yeah, we just lowered our $20,000. We just lowered our garbage disposal $20,000 because
guys, I gotta drop out in a minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we just stopped separating our recycling. We like 2 years ago, we stopped separating it. It used to be paper was in one, cans in another, cardboard in another. And even though it's costing us more to dispose of, now we just put it all in one. Everything goes in one. They don't even care anymore if it's got one of those stupid little triangles on the bottom, put it in the recycling now. We recycle everything now. Where before we used to have a can for paper, a can for plastic, and a can for cans. And they've decided, even though it's costing us a little bit more at the recycling center, the pickup is costing us a buttload less. Like, they literally lowered our recycling by $20,000 a year by just saying, throw it all in one. We'll pay the recycling company to separate it. They want it all now anyways because the scrap plastics they used to. It used to be like certain plastics you couldn't put in. You couldn't put pizza boxes in there. Now they want it all. This new recycling company wants it all. They want everything. They'll separate it. We're paying them to separate it. And they actually, what's even funnier is they figured it out last year when they first started this. We actually got paid back because not only do they separate it, but they back pay us for metals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an actual, recycling company. Like, you'd go and you take your metal and you fill up your truck and, they pay you $20. They pay us for the metal.
Oh, wow.
Now, it's like pennies on the dollar of what you or I would get because they have to separate it, but they still pay us on it.
Yeah.
And they actually figured out we didn't pay. We actually got paid back last year for our recycling.
Nice.
The town actually made money. And it was literally like nothing. They like did the math at the end of the year and said, oh, we made like $500 because they paid us for the metal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we paid more for the plastics and the papers and everything because they had to, But this new company we're taking it to, because we're taking it up to Essex now instead of over to Niantic, they're paying us for the metal. For any recyclable metals, they pay us. And they separate it all. And then they pay us for the copper and the aluminum and the steel, all separated. And we made money.
Wow.
All right.
So we lowered our bill by $20,000, which $20,000 doesn't sound like a lot when you think of, 60 or 70,000 people in this town. But $20,000 is $20,000. I mean, I don't care. $20,000, everybody saves a buck.
I mean, hell, it's a pay raise for the employees that are there. Like if you think of it that way too.
Well, it's a subcontractor.
Okay.
All our garbage. It always has been.
Okay.
I used to work for the garbage guy back when I was a kid. It was so funny because we got some new cops when I was, the summers we used to do it. It used to be a big thing back in the 70s. You go work for the garbage guy because this town goes from like 60 or 70,000 people in the winter to like 400,000 or 500,000 people in the summer because this is a beach town.
Mm.
So we literally, and there's like 5 major beach areas plus the second largest lake in Connecticut. So we have a whole freshwater beach area too. Anyway, we used to drive around these trucks that were old and beat up and not even registered. And every summer we get these rent-a-cops because they always have, we have 1 cop in the winter and we have like 10 in the summer. And they always pull us over. Every year they pull the trucks over. Oh, there's no registration on this truck. And we just start laughing. We're like, call the town hall. And the first selectman says, you want to arrest them? You get in that truck and start picking up the garbage. Otherwise, leave them the fuck alone. So, yeah, the trucks were never registered. They were never, they were just pieces of crap that broke down all the time. We literally used to take the school buses because the school buses had the same motor and drivetrain as the garbage trucks back then.
Yeah.
And we take the old school buses and buy the old school buses for like $50 or $100 off the town. Back then, the town had its own school buses. Now that's subbed out too. But back then, they had their own school buses. We'd buy the school buses and use the parts off the school buses to fix the garbage trucks. Look, she's got Mickey Mouse ears hair. That's kind of cool. Is that her actual hair, or is she wearing like a thing on her head? He's not listening.
Yeah.
Do you see that? She's got like Mickey Mouse.
No, I'm listening. I see it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, those are like
Fox
like
ears.
fox ears. They're like a little whatever you call it.
It's a Walmart hand thing.
Yeah, it looks like a rowan hair bird. Fox ears.
No, it's not that orange. Come here. I guess you can show yourself.
With the light and everything, it's hard to tell. Hi, cute ears.
Would you
Like
stop
it.
moving?
It's cool.
Would you stop moving?
Oh,
There's
there's
my
Mom,
daughters.
too.
Don't you dare.
Go shooting rockets at Dad. That causes issues. Do that off stream when there's no evidence. You don't do that live streaming.
What is that?
Don't want any video evidence of it happening.
No, this isn't Sid and Dan.
I was hoping Mr. Riley would be in here. I really want to chit chat with him about the. Oh, he just responded. Yeah, I want to go over because he's having issues like I had with this thing with the whole belts and everything. And I've got to say, the more I've played with the Core XY, the more I'm leaning away from them.
Sounds like one of those. The more you overthink the bills.
Yeah, the Core XY is it's cool. It's a good motion system. It can be faster. It can be smoother. There's a lot of advantages to it. The big disadvantage is not what everyone thinks. Everyone thinks the belt lengths are a big disadvantage. A fiberglass belt, once you stretch it, doesn't stretch anymore. It gets to a point and it stops stretching. It's not like it flexes like rubber. It's got fiberglass in it, unless you're using like cheap no-name rubber belts. The fiberglass or the steel core do not stretch once they've gone past their initial stretching, and it's not like they flex like a rubber band. They stretch and then they stay stretched. So once you get
techniques why I'm already at 120 millisecond.
Yeah, but the biggest issue is not the belt itself; it's all the freaking pulleys, all the pulleys in line. And if you get one that goes out, not only is it, the print goes bad, which can happen with any printer. The problem is that it's nearly impossible to diagnose. Because with a regular printer, you get a bad pulley or a bad, idler, you'll see it in that, in that movement. Where a Core XY, the whole movement is all grouped together and you can't tell.
Unless you're moving on the diagonal, you have both axes going at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell if you start testing it. There's ways to test it. Like, I figured it out. I just sit there. If I think I got a problem, I just sit there and watch it. And I figured out if you have a bad idler, you'll see the actual belt that's hitting that idler. We'll start doing this. It'll start vibrating real heavily because it's hitting that either it's a bad bearing or, the idler's pulsating in and out. Something like that. And then you can tell. But for the average everyday person that, hasn't played with them as long as I have, they're not going to see it. It's like Lightspeed, when he was having a problem with his, he's like, oh, I'm getting an issue on one side. I kept thinking it was cooling, because that would be your first thought is you're not getting cooling over there. And he had a bad freaking idler. On one side. If there's one idler, if this idler back here on this belt over here is bad, you'll get a bad issue here. But if it's on that same belt and it's this idler, you'll get a bad issue over here. Even though they pull the same, it makes the whole thing vibrate in a weird way. And it's just, there's too many. I'm going to go to my next one. I think is going to be like, there's a name for it and I can't think of it. The Raise 3Ds and the Ultimakers do it, where it's like an X that travels around and pulls it. I think that'll be system. Because that's more stable. It's got almost as much speed as a Core XY if it's done correctly. It's smoother, even though there's still a lot of belts and pulleys and stuff. They're less affected. They affect the actual print less if one of them starts going out. Not that they won't affect it, but they affect it less per movement. Dog, what's up, dog? It's a cocky. It's a glove cocky.
Oh, let's see what it is. Anybody in here?
Dude, what the hell's wrong with your eyebrow?
Which one?
Oh, you had a look. It looked like you got punched in the eye or something. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was raising my eyebrow and giving you the thing.
Yeah, well, that and the way you did it in the lighting and the angle and everything, it literally looked like you had a black eye there for a second or something.
I blame old curmudgeon for beating me up last night.
Did you beat him up?
He did. He kicked my ass.
What were you playing alone again or something?
Yes.
I wonder if anybody's stream last night, even in the chat.
Dude, you got to fix your mic, man. Your mic is really crackling badly.
It's a crackling.
Yeah, so that's why I'm on a phone call.
Whoa.
Are you using that headphone mic, that earpiece mic? Is that the actual mic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That might be
That is a crispiness.
Yeah, it's breaking up bad.
Yeah, it's okay for a bit. What?
I can hear static on my earpiece on the ear tube, but when I'm on this must be through the browser.
Dude, I can barely hear what you're saying.
I couldn't hear anything besides crunch, 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 crunch.
You sound like Rice Krispies. You got to get a better mic. So what are you up to now, Mr. War Cockage?
Cleaning up my tray because I put some paint particle in there, so I gotta just clean that. Oh, look at that! It comes right off.
Paint particle?
Particles, yeah. Because I've been using that.
From the
powder paint.
Yeah.
It got into my fancy 3D printed tray that I made.
Ooh,
with the magnets and stuff.
What are the magnets for?
To hold stuff in so it doesn't fall out. So like the hooks, especially, you don't want the hooks just like randomly to fall out, so they magnetize right in their spot. The bodies are lead and brass, so those will fall out because they're non-magnetic. But
I was gonna say, because of course I'm thinking 3D printing, not fishing, and I was like, most of the bolts are stainless steel. Freaking work out. I mean, Riley was saying that today. Pointless magnet stuff when you have stainless steel screws because they're not magnetized.
Yep. Old curmudgeon, try leaving and coming back and see if that fixes it. Because sometimes StreamYard does get all like weirdified.
He's just got to do something with that mic or get a better mic or something.
I don't think it's the mic. It's probably the connection. All right.
He moves just right and it's fine, and then a minute later it's bad again.
It could be a bad connection.
I think he's using a phone, which I found that isn't the greatest. I mean, it works, but it's not the greatest.
No.
Oh yeah, you were talking about mystery spools and being yellow.
Yeah.
Here's Green Bay Packers yellow mystery spool. So
curmudgeon. You're a mystery spool.
Here, man. Good seeing you. Yeah, I just got a mystery spool from Printed Solid because I spent some of my money from selling the Max Micron filament. And
correct.
It was one of those, I bought 2 rolls and then I get the mystery spool and that kicks me over the free shipping deal.
Nice.
Of course it comes through yellow. The one color I have so much of because I never print with it.
Well, you know what? I'm going to send you a bunch of Tweety Bird files, and then you just got to print a shit ton of Tweety Birds.
No.
Well, I tried.
You can't even print pumpkins out of it because yellow is just not pumpkin color.
But you can use the yellow and then hit it with some spray paint that's orange. Boom!
Freaking buy spray paint.
Who the hell cares? What up, Sergio?
Hello, everyone.
Nice haircut, Sergio.
Yeah, I finally got my haircut.
Yeah, there's a Bob now too.
Oh, and look at Bob's haircut.
Zolan's in here as well.
Hey, Bob.
A little tuck on the front. Actually, he's got more hair than I thought. You just don't see it because of the headphones.
Hey, Tom.
He's
I
got
didn't
plenty of
wanna
hair.
get
You should
on
see the
my
hair
iPad.
behind him.
I didn't want to get on the iPad because my router Wi-Fi has been screwing up lately. So every once in a while it cuts off.
Ah.
And tomorrow I'm calling the cable company, and I'm going to tell them because they've already replaced the modem because it keeps happening. And I went and got the pods and everything so that there's no problem anywhere in the house. And it still happens. And I'm telling them tomorrow, if they don't fix this within the next week, I'm going with Verizon.
Oh shit!
No, don't do
and,
that.
and they're just gonna laugh at you.
Fiber. Oh, we got fiber here.
I got fiber too in my butt because I ate my Wheaties this morning.
But that's a
How to
good
piss
place to have
Sergio
it.
off. Here's how to piss Sergio off.
That's not real Coke.
I mean, Coke's not real Coke unless you get the white powder added to it. So
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Like it used to be
yeah,
Back in the good old days.
back in the good old days.
Back when I used to make
back
my
when
own.
you can smoke crack in the streets.
Back before any of us were born.
Back when people had opium and it was good.
Yeah.
Morphine.
So I have an experiment I'm going to try.
Uh-oh.
So you know how companies have, especially Protopasta has the copper fill and the steel fill filaments. I'm going to see if I can actually 3D print the lure body.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris is going to hop over to Protopasta's website and do some.
Ooh. Who was it? Somebody
That's
else has
expensive.
like real heavy metal filled. It's like
Why is
That-
Protopasta's website all like new looking?
They redid it a month or so ago.
Oh, you can tell I don't go here.
Virtual Foundries. They have the like actual metal fill. They're up in
Yeah, but that requires being centered.
that stuff requires center.
I think so. It could be a different one.
Yeah, I think it might be a different one because
Yeah, here's some
where's-
steel filled. Starts at $6. I love how they do it on their website.
yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
pick 1.75 and then I hit a 500 gram spool. $50. Only $100 per spool.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, 'cause this is from Virtual Foundries. I don't. Yeah, it's like barely magnetic, but
Yeah, there's another one you can get that's truly metal, but it requires being
Center.
fired and
Michael Caselli, do not have a micro center near me.
There is a
So Lon, I love you.
Is it? I think it is Foundry that does it, where you print it and then you just put it in your oven, and it melts away the PLA base.
What's the name of it?
I can't remember. I think it's Foundry Filaments or
Virtual Foundry or that's the one that I know of. But
Virtual
What do you
Foundry
guys say?
Filament. Let's just go look it up.
it's
Yeah.
like 90%
has
metal dust and
a
you
good filament.
in the oven and it melts.
We make every material 3D printable. Okay. Well, that's cool.
but you
So we currently
definitely
have
have
30.
steel nozzle,
Wow.
which are, you have
Aluminum, bronze, carbon iron, copper, stainless steel, ceramic, metal ceramic.
Won't that
So-
tend to?
Yeah, wait till you see the price though.
yeah,
what is it you're looking to get out
Radiation
of?
shielding, lead filament,
What are
There
you
you go.
looking to get out of the metal parts?
bodies.
So you're just looking for the extra weight?
You
Ooh,
just
tungsten
want to make
filament.
that,
There we go.
you just want to make that weight you modeled in SolidWorks. the other day, right?
Contact us. They don't even have a price for tungsten filament. All right.
Is that
You know
like
what?
the
dude?
you're hot in?
I have like 6 bricks of lead outside you can have if you want.
Copper filament contains
Probably
80 to
more than
99%.
50 it's worth.
Buy now. $66 for a
Half kilo.
half kilo. But then you have to sinter it apparently?
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, sintering.
Was it
Yeah.
sintered or oven cured? Because I haven't seen, I can't remember who it is, but someone had like an oven cured, which basically it still leaves the PLA there, but it gets rid of most of it, and it still uses the PLA or the PETG or whatever it uses for a base to hold it all together, but it melts a lot of it off to add your weight. Or
You need
Zolan,
a kiln.
That's a horrible idea. Why would he pay to ship it to you when there's places locally that would purchase it from him?
What?
why would I pay you to ship it? I'll leave it out in my freaking yard. It's been there since like the 70s.
Like I said, there
All
are
right.
places locally that will buy lead llama.
Is there?
All right. So
probably,
if I
We just
heat
like
the
three
filament to 815C,
Yeah. Okay.
it'll melt off everything but the material and leave me with solid material. All right, but you don't have to sinter it. You can also just polish it using with heat. So you heat it up and then you sand it while it's yeah.
What is it using for base though? PLA or PETG or
Yeah, PLA.
PLA?
Yeah. You can also buy a filler warmer. Apparently a filler warmer keeps everything warm as it's extruding.
Yeah, sure.
Oh God. This is another company with a bunch of bullshit stuff.
Isn't that-
Special.
Hey,
that
hey, you
sounds
want
like
to see?
an
You want to see the
enclosure.
dumbest $21 item in the world?
Yeah, show it up. Put it on
All right.
screen. I'll share
All
it.
right, hold on. $21 for this. Mind you, I can go to Home Depot and do it for like $3, but $21 and some change plus shipping for a fucking PVC pipe filament spool holder, because I can't figure out how to do that.
21 bucks.
Wow. I
That
actually didn't know
is
anything
awesome.
about that. So.
It is literally a piece of fucking PVC.
Yeah, it's like literally the elbows and everything just glued together.
Wow.
And there's the spool holder, which they 3D printed.
Yeah.
And it's not
It
even
was
round.
much more like
Look at the
about
edges;
5
they're
or 6
sharp.
bucks.
That is a fun. I was just looking at random shit because they're like,
Yeah.
look at our filler dryer, which is, if you look here, it's just a piece of PVC with a copper tube that they heat. So that way, while it's there, it's drying. Apparently, another one of those fancy
For
$65.
miracle dryers. Yeah, but pre-programmed to 60C, perfect for stainless steel.
$65 for a piece of PVC pipe with a heater in the middle?
Yeah.
Talking hot.
that you plug in via a like shitty 9 volt, 8 volt, 12 volt DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the dumbest
Dude, this-
website ever, man. Like,
That's like when I did real fancy carpentry. I used to do in New London here. There's a whole bunch of houses with like the round, like whatever you want to call them, on a house. There used to be widow walks where the old ladies could watch their captain husband come in and stuff from the shipyard or whatever.
a
Anyway,
century
they're round,
crucible.
so you have to steam the trim to get it. You know, if you trim, like put baseboard on or do window trim, you have to steam it and then hold it up to the wall, cut it, and nail it, and before it dries.
All right, I can buy a crucible for $30 on Amazon, or I can buy one for $84 from them.
They charge
Oh.
hundreds of dollars for a steamer, and all it is a big 4-inch piece of PVC pipe with a freaking wallpaper steamer hooked up to it for like $200. I built one for like $12. It cost you like $10 for a wallpaper steamer and a piece of pipe, an 8-foot piece of pipe.
All
Built
right,
one
Virtual
myself.
Foundry. I'm just going to go back to Protopasta. By the way, I am
Yeah.
really happy with the new Protopasta website.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't blame you
especially
there
now.
on the
This
Virtual
is
Foundry.
this is nice. This is nice. I like this.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it. I haven't been to Protopop in a
I
while.
mean, this is Virtual Foundry stuff that was given to me. So I mean, I know the filament itself actually prints, but I didn't know that they had a bunch of that woo-woo bullshit on there too.
Yeah.
Ooh, bullshit.
Yeah. So this is what I want. I want some brass-filled filament. So $50 for 500 grams will make me a lot because each lure or each body needs to only be 8 grams.
Wow.
So
But
let's-
you're gonna have to make it a little bigger to make it 8 grams.
Well, if each part's only 8 grams, why don't you just buy a couple of samples and save yourself $30?
Well, I just want to do it for fun. Like I 3D printed everything besides, you know, the blade and the.
Sure,
Well,
but if the parts are so small, then they sell you the samples for $4.
Yeah. Here's the other problem.
I'm not a fan of samples because then I never use them.
Yeah, I don't either.
I have a
But-
horrible thing where I just do not use samples. Just
Have you ever seen my video of me tossing it behind my back?
So do you have the Protopasta metal filled samples already
I have
and just forgot about it?
I have a copper one that I used, and I've printed with it successfully, and have a profile for it for Prusa Slicer. But I don't.
You know, if you hit up enough people with alien boxes, 'cause I know Alien or MakerBox had the Protopasta copper or bronze or one of those in it not
Brass.
too long ago, where you might be able to get a dozen samples.
All right.
Yeah, samples. That's just I can't use samples. They drive me nuts.
I agree, but when you're looking at an 8-gram size part,
Yeah, no, I have used samples a few times. One sample I really, really liked it because I got a buttload of them at Earth the first year was the 3-colored filament. I'm sitting there staring at the vase now. I can't think of the filament brand where it's 3 filaments in one, all done together. What the hell's the name of
Oh
it?
yeah, Atomic
Filablend.
extrudes that for them. Filablend, yeah.
Yeah, Filablend. That is cool stuff.
Yeah, I have a spool of it. They were at Murph last year, and I bought some from them, but I already had before they raise their prices to something that's just unreasonable. I don't know if you've been there recently. It's just like
Last time I looked, they were like cheap. It was like $29 for like a 750 gram roll. It was like I haven't been there in a while. So,
that's how it was when I first got into it.
I love their stuff. Because it is atomic, right? It's atomic filament that they do it with.
I believe, yeah.
I know
Yeah.
actually at Earth the first year they were talking to Protopasta to do it, and they found they couldn't because Protopasta uses all HTPLA,
Yeah.
and when they try and re-adhere it, it anneals itself, so you can't re-extrude it.
So it's $35 per half kilogram. Or
Which still,
$70
I mean-
a kilogram.
And they do say now it's atomic. They literally say right on it. It's
On some of them, yes.
filament.
Not all of them, but they're
Well,
sold out of literally everything
First page.
besides black, white, green combo. Everything
yeah,
else
that's
is sold
black, white,
completely.
combo. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. I love their stuff. I mean, I just think it's a cool effect.
I
and
love it.
everything, but it's like, it's cute. It's cool. You use it and you're like, okay, I'm done. What? It's for vases. What else you gonna use it for?
It doesn't work for anything else. I tried it for other things, and it was like, this is gross.
Yeah. Well, it works. It doesn't have the desired effect.
Correct, but it's $70 a kilogram. That is outside of my realm of want. I mean, mind you, this 500 gram spool is $50. That makes it $100 a kilogram. But
Yeah.
it's for an
I-
experiment to do, which I don't have any experiments for tricolored filament.
Yeah. I would buy a roll, and that's it.
David, my favorite PTG that prints well is Atomic. It just prints good, but most PETG is really good anyway, but that's just
I
me.
hate PETG. I have never gotten a good print from PETG of any kind, sort, or brand. Just don't get prints with it. It's not terrible. My quadcopter is all PETG because it's lighter. That's the only reason I got into PETG. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's stronger for the quadcopters." It's actually not.
What's up, Viking?
But the PETG, I started doing the quadcopters out of it because it's actually lighter. PETG is lighter per volume than PLA is. So I shaved off like 3 grams off my quadcopter by going to PETG. That's the only reason I started printing it.
You know what's funny is if I bought the brass-filled PLA,
Yeah.
and I did print the lure bodies and I had no waste, it would be just expensive to print them as it is some of the cheapest place I've seen online to buy the lure bodies.
Well, there you go.
It's
your electricity and your time, heat.
it's 80 cents per, which is about on par with an 8 gram.
I thought you were gonna have LBO doing for you.
I do. He's making me 200. It's
So what do you need?
except for they're on break right now for some holiday in China, so it's going to be a week before they can start production.
For the fun of it, or
Huh?
You just want to print them for the fun of it? As an
Yeah, I just want to see I 3D printed a lure and I caught something with it.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Yeah. Plus, I can make it shapes that you can't. Fun stuff.
Yeah, you can play with it. Yep.
Because when you're lathing stuff, you have options of things that look like table legs, things that look like banisters, or things that look like bullets.
Well, there are ways to put bumps in it, but it's really difficult.
Correct. Because I want to experiment with some crazy shapes. Because you can, if I can print a fish body, I can just make like a fish body. Or a dick. I can print a dick and put a line through it and make it a lure. Boom. See? Mike, never let the machines win. I'm on it. I'm going to print a dick lure.
A fish cocky.
Yep. I'll print a
fish Taurus. There you go.
I'll print a little Warkaki and I'll put wire throughs and have like my feet have hooks and I'll see if I can catch a fish with me on it. See? And then I can color it. Well, I can't really color it because it won't be able to get to 300 degrees Celsius. But
that's a hell of a bobber, though.
A lure cocky,
dude. There's people in the on a fishing group that are 3D printing their own bobbers right now. It's actually cheaper than a real bobber. They're just printing hole through bobbers.
Picture your mini dude as a bobber.
I'm on it.
It'd be hilarious.
I just gotta drill a hole through the head all the way through the bottom and just do a line through bobber.
Yeah, but it's got to be somebody hollow to float, don't it?
No, yeah. You go through Mesh Mixer and you make a hole, so that way there's just a hole as it prints up the body of it.
Yeah, yeah.
You do what's called a hole through bobber, which would just have a bobber stop at the top, and then it would float to the bobber stop and sit, and then the bait would be down here, and when it pulls the.
So, but you
that's funny.
Yeah, I guess good. Even if you do infill, you still have a hole. There's still air.
Yep.
Still going to float. And PLA floats anyways, I believe, doesn't it? I mean,
what stiffness of TPU will I use? Oh, no, Mike. We're using brass fill protopasta.
This is too much. I might have to actually go fishing again.
You're going to print a Chris Mini bobber?
Well... Look at all the minis that we have to do this with. It's just...
Yeah. You can print the Joel Mini and use Joel as a bobber. Print him in Hi-Fi Blue. Just have him floating. Okay, I'm on it. I guess I got a project to do this week before it gets too cold because fishing is hard right now out here.
I mean, that's just cool for the fun of it. You know, not that it's technologically advanced. It's just funny.
I mean, just imagine like this is me. I'm just gonna be floating in the water with my head up out of the water, and then all of a sudden, bloop, bloop, bloop.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Drowned cocky.
All right, I'm on it. Oh, wait, we can use the Pocketeer.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna have to make a fish cocky now. I'll have to do that tonight.
You gotta do nothing. Oh, okay.
Cocky coming up.
Guess I'm gonna add brass fill to the cart right now.
Here's the Pocketeer in the high five.
Hell yeah!
Cool.
I heard a lot of people were just taking the Cloud and that and combining them into one print. I was over here printing them in two different pieces.
Yeah, see?
Oh, that's
completely different material.
Oh, okay. Make a carp cocky? Oh.
Carp cocky.
In fact, I did two of them, and one of them has a TPU cloud so that you can hit his little fin on his head and make him pop forward.
Okay. Somewhere around here, I got the war cocky head.
All right. I made it to free shipping, so it's $50 plus free shipping.
All right, back over here, I guess.
All right. I'm going to order it tomorrow morning. That way have a chance to think about this.
I started
Okay.
printing that.
Like you say, it's probably about the same amount of money by the time you get all done.
That fly vise.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I completely misunderstood scale in Fusion because
Do
the
the
base
giant-
for it is completely off.
All the cockies. Angry Sir Cocky. Bat Cocky.
Any
But
of
I
you
got-
guys know anything about baseball cards?
Cocky.
Yeah, I used to collect them as a kid, and
They're
they're worth
little-
absolutely nothing unless they're really old or extremely valuable.
Little rectangular things that come with bubblegum.
Is that Ty Cobb?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
You know, I still understand how he's in the Hall of Fame. He pistol whipped a man and killed him, and somehow he didn't go to jail.
Because he was a valuable baseball player at the time.
Yeah,
Back
specifically,
in the early
he pistol whipped a
1900s,
minority because they were a minority and killed him. I mean, he's a horrible person. He was really good at baseball.
It's all that the Hall of Fames care about is, are you good for what they're measuring?
There
I
you
mean,
go.
this is the hilarious part. So you know how people always like Mark McGuire and them aren't going to be, and Jose Canseco are never going to be in the Hall of Fame because they juiced. And Barry Bonds, apparently they're just never going to make in the Hall of Fame. But then you got people like Ty Cobb who killed a man.
Sure, but he didn't do it with a baseball bat, so he's fine.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he wasn't using his baseball bat.
No, it doesn't matter which Hall of Fame it is, whether it's a sports or anything else. They only look at what they're measuring for their activity, and the rest of their lives doesn't matter.
I guess.
You know, not to downsize that, there are certain things that no matter what they do as a bad person, they've done some great things.
No, Ty Cobb was an asshole.
No, I'm not
That's
saying
that's
he
his
wasn't.
history. That's literally his history. He was always an asshole. He didn't really do
Areas
much.
around here, and it's been on national news and other places too. But they're tearing down during the whole thing, and now it's going to get political. But I don't want to go there. But the whole Columbus statue
that is?
down because he had slaves. Now
Well-
it's Christopher Columbus. He still discovered America. And it's,
Except
No,
that
he
he didn't.
didn't. That's why they're
I
tearing
know
it down.
he didn't, but he's the guy that moved us up. Blah blah blah.
No, he
We
didn't.
all know the history. He's not
That's
the
a
first
good-
one. The
that's,
Vikings found it
that's
long
the
He was
before.
the guy
quarterback
with
guy.
he was the guy with the best
No.
publicist. That's it.
Yeah.
Come on. Who's that?
I don't remember.
Howie
That's not
Long.
Howie. Oh, it is Howie Long. I thought it was Howie Long.
He's a
Howie
defensive
Long was-
end, not a
Oh, he was a
quarterback.
defensive end. That's right. I get him and the other guy on the football.
Brady?
The bald old Raiders guy.
Shoot.
He's always one of the announcers too on
Yeah.
like ESPN or whatever.
Can't think of his name right now. Hasn't he got a show on now with his family?
Don't know.
Yeah, he's got a TV show now. What the hell's his name? Shoot.
Buttrum's. He's Buttrum's here. You can answer that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the-
But what were you saying, Lama, about Christopher Columbus, the guy who didn't discover America? He discovered.
Well, yeah, yes, I know. It's just like Edison didn't freaking invent the light bulb. Blah blah blah.
I mean,
but- They're tearing down statues and stuff of people because they own slaves, which I agree that was a bad thing. Blah 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 blah.
well,
But
Christopher
still-
Columbus wrote
It's
to the
still not
colony.
like
Wrote
tearing
that.
down the Civil War generals statues. That I understand. I mean, they're famous for being in defense of slavery. Christopher Columbus isn't famous because of slavery. He's famous
Actually, he
because
is.
he brought the boats
So
over.
when he came back, he wrote everyone in Italy or Parliament, whatever, that this would be a great place to invade because the people are so docile. It'd be easy to control and become slaves. And they did. They came back and they killed a whole bunch of people and whoever they and
But
so.
then every
But he
white
also
person-
didn't discover America, which
No, I know. The Vikings discovered America long before the Europeans did.
No, they didn't. There were already fucking people here. You can't
Yeah.
discover
Well-
something that's populated.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right. The modern world discovered America, became knowledgeable of America. Put it that way. I agree. I mean,
Yeah. Everyone
I
in
think
Mexico at the
in-
time realized America was there. They just didn't call it America.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. The Indians should have more. We should give them more than we do now, and they pretty much control this whole area around me.
Just go look up the Trail of Tears. every
Been
time they want to do something or get something, they just go in there and kill a bunch of people instead of getting anything done. We're a wonderful country when we want something, but there wasn't any oil. I mean, come on. At least keep it consistent, America.
That's not
The
a
point
thing.
is, they make a big deal about stuff that I get it to a point, and then there's a point where it's just like, come on.
So if you take all of the different why things were done out of the whole Civil War statue thing, the one question nobody can answer for me: in what other conflict has there ever been statues erected of the losing side?
Exactly.
Yeah, especially after the fact, because a lot of people don't realize that those Confederate statues were made in
After, yeah.
well, not even after. It was so far after. It was during when they're trying to end segregation. The statues went up. They weren't put up. They were put up because of segregation. They're like, hey, look, let's put up these statues, because they're really bad statues. Most of them. They're really crappy, and they're made copies, and they were just put up everywhere. They're like, haha. So that is your bad history lesson from the Warkaki today.
Here's a shame that they're not in good condition. Look at these.
Hey man, sometimes
Oh.
condition doesn't really matter if it's the right
If it's
car.
rare enough, yeah. If it's rare enough condition,
old. These are
'Cause-
old.
See, the old ones are worth something because you
Yeah.
know they only made so many of them, and most of them didn't survive.
Yep.
I mean, for some reason, you kid like Sergio, when you were a kid, you were sticking those on your bicycle tires.
That's right.
I don't know
That's
why.
right. You are the
because
exact
it made the motorcycle sound.
balloons.
You're like, Stan Musial, whatever. Brrr. Woo, I'm a motorcycle now. Like,
Everybody's
Babe
done that.
Ruth, who's this guy? I only like Ty Cobb.
A friend of mine had a really, really nice collection. And he came home one day. He had them up in the attic. Came home one day. His mother had cleaned out the attic.
Oh,
Baseball cards were gone.
that's when you murder someone's mother-in-law.
Mom's
And
going
that was
home.
back in the 70s when I was a kid. So you can
See,
imagine.
in the 70s, those cards were actually worth more money.
And he was collecting for a long time.
I
And
feel so bad for
And a
people
lot
my
of them
age.
were passed on from his father. Yeah.
Yep. Mom's going into home next week.
What happened to Mom? Oh, you see that urn up there? Wait, she wasn't that old. she wasn't. She doesn't matter.
I have a bunch
Wow.
from the 70s.
Yeah.
But I gotta get them. I gotta get them all figured out and rated and all that good stuff. And because some of them are really look like brand new, and they're all in plastic like this,
Yeah.
sleeve.
Is that Troy Aikman?
Huh?
Oh, was that
No,
Troy
these are
Aikman?
not rated yet.
Look at Dave's comment.
I saw Dave's comment.
I would build houses with baseball cards and set them on fire.
Oh, there goes your college investment, son.
Yeah.
Dude, I knew people my age that lost their asses on that whole sports card stuff.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of old cards.
Well, if they're from the 80s
exactly what I got.
to 2000, well, to current, they're pretty much shit, unless you got the right card.
From when?
Well, if you got anything from the 80s to now, they're basically shit.
No, I have 70s, 60s.
Yeah,
50s.
you're good then.
It's back. I think some of the cards I have, I think some of them are back to about the 40s. But we'll see. I got to go through the whole collection. I've got a stack, big stack.
Yeah. What's fun is in the mid '80s, baseball card companies are like, let's just make unlimited quantities of these
Exactly.
things. So there is absolutely no rarity to most of these cards unless you've got like a very specific, like this specific brand's Jordan rookie card or this very specific brand's Barry Sanders rookie card. And then Fleer and Upper Deck used to make the cards with like the autograph cards, but they also had the little piece of like actual game worn jersey in it. Those are worth money, but then everything else is basically like, I remember when I was a kid, some of these cards would go for like $100, $200, and they're like $3 now because they're like, well, it doesn't help that there's 3 billion of them.
These things are not worth a whole lot of money yet.
Oh, the box. Is that a Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh, Kobe Bryant.
No. This is Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant.
It's a 10?
Rated and everything.
It's a 10?
Yeah. And it's supposed to be 23 karat gold.
Foil.
But I've got like 10 of these different ones.
Jeez Louise.
But they're not really worth a whole lot of money yet.
No.
But this is for my grandchildren.
Well,
maybe when they get my age, they'll be worth something.
Yeah, that's the only downfall because like that Kobe card came from that era where they made way too many freaking cards.
Oh yeah, they made thousands of these.
Hundreds of thousands.
Yes, the number on this one is 637100350.
So millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made way. The sports card market was trashed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hey, guy, who remembers a Beckett? Who remembers Beckett? Yeah. You don't remember Beckett, the little magazine with all the price guides in it?
Oh no.
You go every month, buy your Beckett from the card store, and like go open up your card box and be like, "Oh man, this thing went up $3."
I knew of them from taking advantage of other people who were collecting them, not from doing it myself.
I have a lot of old stamps.
Stamps are worth money.
I have stamps. I even have a $100 stamp that went back to 18.
Was that for mailing 3D printers back in the day?
1890. And you know what? It's unused. So technically the post office has to honor it if you want it to.
There we go.
$100 stamp. What I'm wondering is, what the hell did you pay to mail $100 back then?
Crack.
Yeah, it didn't exist yet. No, I've got that somewhere. I got to pull that out. But here's something interesting.
Dave, if you hold on to those 3D printers until after the end of the apocalypse, then yes, those 3D printers are worth something. You might be able to trade it for meat, maybe some day-old bread. And by meat, I mean like rat. Because,
Hey, if he's got enough of them, he might be able to trade in for a whole wife.
Look at this.
Oh, postal notes. Yeah.
Postal note.
It won't let me attach this, but it's still funny.
No, this is not a phony.
No, he said funny.
Oh.
So hold on for another. Yeah, wait till at least 2021 when the apocalypse happens.
And we got fish cocky.
That is not a fish. I don't know what the hell that is.
I was trying. For some reason, it won't let me.
Okay, it looks like a maxi pad, and my head is the area where the blood goes.
Well,
I see what he was going for there. It's more whale-ish, but
whatever. I was just trying to do something quick that he could just print out.
Well, quick. Yep. Yeah, that looks quick.
Well, let me
sure
steal
does,
your face.
Sure does look like a maxi pad more than a fish. just saying.
A maxi pad.
Unless none of you
is rather fitting. So,
yeah, is the vibrate function in my head?
Sure.
At least have a good time.
This postal note.
1945.
1945.
Maxi Chris, super absorbing. That is correct, David Randolph.
Maxi Cocky. There you go. Max Cocky. Super absorbent.
Mm-hmm.
Crotch wearing Max Cocky. Oh my god.
I wear it when I talk to Llama.
You, look at you wearing your Max Cocky on your head. Anyway, I might have to make a proper fish cocky later. Just so you can print one and go fishing and catch a fish.
I'll design one that's not as maxi pad looking.
That's having fun.
No. John Mack made it.
John Mack made it.
Dave, you know what retro thing is worth a lot these days? Retro vehicles.
Is Alien streaming tonight? He usually streams
I didn't see it. Like it got, he had the thing up where it was like, stream this day, and I went on his channel and it's not there.
He said something about it last week.
He's streaming now.
Is he?
Yeah. So we're all out of here. We'll go over to him.
Okay.
Okay.
And crap. So see you, everybody. Have fun. Go over
Goodbye,
to
interwebs.
Go to Alien 3Ds. It's open
Alien
mic night apparently.
All
All
right.
right. Well, have fun with that. See ya.
See it.
Bye.
If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, if it'll ever let me freaking get there.
No, TikTok. But
Go there.
just for the business aspect, I wish I could join Facebook. Unfortunately.